But it won't!
If it were not for that, how happy we might be.
Happy indeed.
If it were not for the law, we should now be standing side by side, like that.
Instead of being obliged to stand a half a mile off, like that.
If it were not for the law, we should now be gazing into each other's eyes, like that.
Breathing sighs of unutterable love, like that.
With our arms around each other's waists, like that.
If it weren't for the law.
If it weren't for the law.
As it is, of course, we couldn't do anything of the kind.
Not for worlds.
Oh, being engaged to Coco, you know.
Being engaged to Coco. Were you not to Coco plighted, I would say in tender tone, loved one, let us be united, let us be each other's own. I would merge all rank and station, worldly sneers are not to us, and to mark my admiration, I would kiss you fondly thus. I would kiss you fondly thus.
But as I'm engaged to Coco, to embrace you thus con fuoco would distinctly make no choco, and for that I should get Toco.
So in spite of all temptation, such a claim I'll not discuss, and on no consideration will I kiss you fondly thus. Will I kiss you fondly thus? Let me make it clear to you, this is what I'll never do. This, oh this, oh this, oh this, this is what I'll never, never do. This, oh this, oh this, oh this, this is what I'll never do.
Never do.
I'll never do.
Never do.
Oh this is what I'll never, never do.
Oh, there she goes. To think how entirely my future happiness lies in that little parcel. Really, it hardly seems worthwhile. Oh, matrimony. Now then, what is it? Can't you see that I was soliloquizing? You have interrupted an apostrophe, sir.
I am the bearer of a letter from His Majesty the Mikado.
A letter from the Mikado? What in the world can he have to say to me? It's in Japanese. It says that the Mikado is struck by the fact that no executions have taken place in Tatabu for a year, and decrees that unless somebody is beheaded in a month, the post of Lord High Executioner shall be abolished, and the rank of the city reduced to a village.
Irretrievable ruin.
Yes, there is no help for it. I must execute somebody at once. The only question is, who shall it be?
Well, it seems unkind to say so, but since you are already under sentence of death for flirting, everything seems to point to you.
To me? What are you talking about? I can't execute myself.
Why not?
Well, in the first place, self-decapitation is an extremely difficult, if not to say dangerous, thing to attempt, and the second, it's suicide, and suicide is a capital offense.
That is true, no doubt.
We might reserve that point.
It could be argued 6 months hence before the full court.
Besides, I don't see how a man can cut off his own head.
A man might try.
Even if you only succeeded in cutting it half off, that would be something.
It would be taken as an earnest of your desire to comply with imperial will.
No, pardon me, but there I am adamant. As official headsman, my reputation is at stake, and I cannot consent to embark on a professional operation unless I see my way to a successful result.
Your professional conscientiousness is highly creditable to you, but it places us in a very awkward position.
My good sir, the awkwardness of your position is grace itself, compared with that with a man engaged in the act of cutting off his own head.
I am afraid that unless you can obtain a substitute...
A substitute? Oh, nothing easier. Pooh-bah! I appoint you Lord High Substitute.
I should be delighted. Such an appointment would realize my fondest dreams. But no, at any sacrifice, I must set bounds to my insatiable ambition. I am so proud, if I allowed my family pride to be my guide, I'd volunteer to quit this sphere instead of you in a minute or two. But family pride must be denied and set aside and mortified and mortified.
My brain it teems with endless schemes, both good and new, for tit-a-boo, and if I split the benefit that I diffuse, the town would lose. Now every man to aid his clan should plot and plan as best he can.
I heard one day a gentleman say that criminals who are cut in two can hardly feel the fatal steel, and so are slain without much pain. If this is true, it's jolly for you, your courage grew to bid us adieu.
My
brain it teems with endless schemes, both good and new, for tit-a-boo, and if I pay the benefit that I diffuse, the town would lose. Now every man who aid his clan should plot and plan as best he can. And though on so I'm ready to go, yet recollect or disrespected I neglect to thus effect my aim direct. So I object.
And so, although I wish to go and greatly pine to brightly shine and take the line of a hero fine with grief gone die, I must decline.
And go and show both friend and foe how much you dare. I'm quite aware it's your affair, yet I declare I take your share, but I don't much care. So I object your share, but I don't. So I object your share, but I don't. So I object your share, but I don't. So I object. So I
object to sit in solemn silence in a dull dark dock in the pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. To sit in solemn silence in a dull dark dock in the pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. A dull dark dock, a lifelong lock, a short sharp shock, a big black block. To sit in solemn silence in a pestilential prison and awaiting the sensation from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. This is simply appalling. I, who allowed myself to be respited at the last moment to benefit my native town, am now required to die within a month, and that by the man whom I have loaded with honors. Is this public gratitude? Is this... Go away, sir! How dare you! Am I never permitted to soliloquize? Go on, don't mind me. What are you going to do with that rope?
I'm about to terminate an unendurable existence.
Nonsense! What for?
Because you are going to marry the girl I adore.
Nonsense, sir! I won't permit it. I'm a humane man, and if you attempt anything of the sort, I shall order your instant arrest. Come, sir, desist at once, or I summon my guard.
Well, that's absurd. If you attempt to raise an alarm, I instantly perform the happy dispatch with this dagger.
No, don't do that. This is awful. Why, you cold-blooded scoundrel, are you aware that in taking your own life, you are committing a crime which is... substitute.
What's the matter?
Is it absolutely certain you are resolved to die?
Absolutely.
Will nothing shake your resolution?
Nothing.
Prayers, threats, entreaties, all useless?
Oh, my mind is made up.
Then, if you really mean what you say, and nothing will shake your determination, don't spoil yourself by committing suicide, but be beheaded handsomely at the hands of the public executioner.
I don't see how that would benefit me.
You don't? Observe. You'll have a month to live, and you'll live like a fighting cock at my expense. When the day comes, there'll be a grand ceremonial. You'll be the central figure. No one will try to deprive you of that. There'll be a grand procession, bands, dead march, bells tolling, all the girls in tears, Yum distracted. And when it's all over, general rejoicings and a display of fireworks in the evenings. You won't be there to see them, but they'll be there all the same.
Do you think Yum would really be distracted at my death?
Oh, I'm absolutely certain of it. Why, she's the most tender-hearted little creature alive.
Oh, I would be very sorry to cause her pain. Well, perhaps, after all, if I were to withdraw from Japan and travel in Europe for a couple of years, I might contrive to forget her.
Oh, I don't think you could forget Yum so easily. Besides, what's worse than a love-blighted life?
Oh, well, that's true.
Life without Yum, why, it seems absurd.
Yet there are a good many people in the world who have to endure it.
Yes, poor devils. You're quite right not to be of their number.
I won't be of their number.
Noble fellow.
I'll tell you how we'll manage it. You let me marry Yum tomorrow, and in a month, you may behead me.
No, I draw the line at Yum.
Very well. If you can draw the line, so can I.
No, wait a moment. Don't be reasonable. How can I consent to your marrying Yum if I'm going to marry her myself?
My good friend.